Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley, my beloved brother. God bless you, man. You know I love you. I praise God for you today. Rick, it's really good to know God is a keeper. Ernest Pugh is on to something when he sings about he is the keeper of my soul. God is a keeper. God can keep you. God can hold you when everything around you is coming for you that you did not sin for. God is a keeper. Please move through your day with that song in your spirit, that message on your mind, that God is a keeper. Isn't it good to know that when everything around you is falling apart, God can hold you together because God is a keeper? Isn't it good to know that when there are those who come at you trying to do damage to you, that they can't get to you and have the last word on you because God is a keeper. God is holding you. God is keeping you. So please, whatever else you do, this ain't no time to give up because God is a keeper. And since God is a keeper, please recognize that God has plans for you bigger than the problems you are going through. God is a keeper. God has a purpose for your life in spite of the pain you may feel right now. God is a keeper. And since God is the keeper of your soul, recognize that you will get through it. Recognize you will overcome it. Recognize you will come through on the other side like gold because God is the keeper of our souls. Ricky, I'm shouting about the fact that God is a keeper. So y'all go ahead, have the blessed day ever, knowing that God is a keeper and God is the keeper of your soul. God bless you.
There it is, Pastor Haynes, man, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church. Let's get into this music. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir. Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Let's go.
News headlines,
entertainment,
sports.
It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 12 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here, live on location. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Yes, connection sounds a little different this morning because I am live here in Georgia. Of course, we know it's a battleground state. I'm in Smyrna, Georgia right now, about 16 miles away from downtown Atlanta. The polls, of course, open at 7 a.m. The local media is out here setting up, Ricky, and folks are already in their cars and ready to go inside and vote. Of course, we saw yesterday Trump finished up his campaign in Michigan. Kamala Harris was in Pennsylvania. I saw a whole lot of Puerto Rico flags out there, Ricky. So we'll see what happens there. You know, during a press conference on election day security, Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner said that with his full chest, that anyone who planned to try to intimidate voters can F around and find out. Did you see that clip, Ricky?
Oh, yeah, I did. I was like, yes, need it. I told this what I was telling you in the studio. I said, Biden is running the government. It ain't going to be none of that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, it's really important that everyone knows their rights. If you are in line when the polls are supposed to close, stay in line. You still have the right to vote. If you make a mistake on your ballot, you can ask for a new one. And if the machines are down at your polling place, ask for a paper ballot. Now, for some reason, your citizenship, criminal record, or any qualifications are questioned, immediately call the Election Protection Hotline at 866-OUR-VOTE. That's where trained volunteers are available to help. A whole lot of great information at whenweallvote.org. That's whenweallvote.org, or also vote.gov. I'll be checking in from the streets, Ricky, throughout the day. All over the Atlanta metro area. We have our affiliates checking in as well. We are fired up and ready to make history today. So I'll continue to check in live right here on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Brat has the hot spot. What's going on, girl?
Coming up next in the hot spot, T.I. got somebody that made him come out of retirement. I got the details up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 22 minutes after the hour. Y'all, let's check in with some of our affiliates in Raleigh, North Carolina, and Orlando, Florida. Good morning.
Hey, Ricky, it's Karen Clark from Foxy 107-104, and it is Election Day. All across the state of North Carolina, the polls open at 6:30 a.m. They'll be open until 7:30 p.m. tonight, so you got all day to get out and vote. And even if you are in line at 7:30 when the polls close, you will still have the opportunity to vote. And listen, it's not just about the big election. In North Carolina, we are electing some pretty big local positions: governor, Supreme Court, attorney general, and state auditor. So make sure you exercise your right to vote. If you're not sure where to go to vote, we've got all of the information you need on our website at foxync.com. Go vote.
What's up, family? It's your girl JoJo representing Orlando. You know what day this is, right? It is definitely Election Day. I am out here, and I want you guys to head to your polling precinct, wherever that may be. I'm out here before they even open up out here, y'all. But we're just encouraging you to be a part of this historical moment. Get your votes in. I actually see people already in line. Shante, I see you, girl. You better represent Orange County and O-Town getting those votes in. This is very serious. It's time for you to step up, step in line, and get it done. It's priority, no matter how long it takes. Make sure you get it done, family. It's JoJo representing O-Town. You can follow me at JoJo O'Neal on social media, representing Star 94.5.
There it is. I appreciate it, George. Hey, appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are out there. We're going to be doing that all morning. Brat, what you got coming up next?
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So hot and
that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 29 after the hour, time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. Your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. And if you headed to the polls this morning, or if you already in line, give us a call now and let us know at 866-9-RICKY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. Now, let's get into this hot spot. Eddie Murphy will play funk legend George Clinton in an upcoming biopic. The movie will be based on Clinton's memoir, Brothers B, Yo Like George, Ain't That Funkin', Kinda Hard on You. And it will be directed by Bill Condon. Murphy will also be producer of the film, which will focus on Clinton's rise in funk and forming the group Parliament Funkadelic. However, it is unknown when the biopic will be released. Moving on, as many of you know, Young Thug has finally been released from jail and has been making his rounds. Last night, Young Thug linked up with T.I. and they released a video of their meetup. Check out what they had to say.
Hey, man, what you got to tell these people? Back. Back, Jack.
You feel me?
You did.
Hey, man, ain't no cap in it.
No cap in my right.
You feel what I'm saying?
The right way.
It's time.
The right way, bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right way.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
And go tell that.
T.I. captioned the post saying the Kings have reconvened. He said, I guess I'm officially out of retirement for tonight. And moving on, y'all, Lil Wayne is making his feelings known about the overlooked situation for the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. During his set at the Louisiana Fest in New Orleans on Saturday, he reflected on his aspirations to perform at the Super Bowl, and here's what he had to say.
That moment I said to myself, I want to be on stage for the Super Bowl one day in front of my mom. And I worked my ass off to get that position, and it was ripped away from me. But this motherfucking moment right here, they can't take that, man. They can't take that
from me. Oh, man.
Well, how was his performance that night?
They said he killed the Louisiana Fest. He killed it.
Oh, okay.
He did a great job. They all reunited, all of them, from Turk to Baby to all the Cash Money reunited. The ones that wasn't speaking no more, they was all back together on stage, and that place was packed, and they went crazy in there. They lost their mind in that place, for real.
Good.
So, you know, it was
that's
a great
what was
night.
needed, and that's what hip-hop needs.
Absolutely, absolutely. And last but not least, Kanye West has been forced to settle a case action lawsuit regarding his Yeezy brand being ordered to send through a six-figure payout. It was reported that Ye's apparel line agreed to cough up money to resolve a lawsuit brought about by former employees of the organization. According to court documents, ex-employees asked the court to approve the deal they negotiated with West and his associates out of court. West and his brand will pay $625,000 to settle the case. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note, but you got your wake-up call, so why don't y'all hit us up for that at 8669-RICKEY. That's 8669-RICKEY. This is the Election Day edition. The time now is 28 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is Election Day. Make sure you get out and vote, man. Make your voice heard. Joining us this morning is the president of the Atlanta chapter of the NAACP. Y'all, please welcome Attorney Gerald Griggs. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. How you doing?
Hey, man. Hey, good to have you, Attorney Griggs. Always a pleasure talking to you on Election Day. We are down to the wire. I guess the first question I have, should people be concerned or worried about all the propaganda concerning election security and disruptors? And when do you think we can, realistically expect results?
I realistically expect results at 10:30 to 11 o'clock tonight from the polling I've seen, from massive early votes. And I would tell people to block out the noise, focus on the candidates that are going to push America forward, focus on your local communities, and make sure your voice is heard. There's a lot of outside noise. We got to lock in and make sure we do what's best for us.
All right. Okay, Attorney Griggs, now we're down to the final hours here, and based on the population in a lot of these urban cities and swing states, black voters are going to play a crucial role in these states like Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania. How important is it to our folks to understand the importance of the voter turnout in these states?
I mean, it's absolutely important. You have so many issues on the ballot that will affect African Americans. If you've read Project 2025, you know what's at stake.
Right.
You need to make sure that you protect the rights that your ancestors have given you and deliver them to your descendants. So in Georgia, we already have had 1 million African Americans to vote early. Almost 55% of the total election vote is in Georgia. We just need the other 45% to make sure they go on out today from 7 to 7. All over the country, we've seen record-breaking numbers. I think at last count, we've had over 90 million Americans already vote. So we are well on our way to a historic turnout. Just need to make sure people push through the finish. That means from 7 to 7, go vote.
So, Attorney Griggs.
Go ahead.
So, Attorney Griggs, like when engaging the younger black voters, how can we help them realize that their votes are meaningful in this election cycle?
We can remind them that the criminal justice system is on the ballot, the educational system is on the ballot, the economy is on the ballot, promises that were made are on the ballot, promises that were not kept are on the ballot. They need to remember what it was like during the pandemic. They need to remember what it was like when you had racial unrest running rampant throughout the country and how it started. They need to remember that we are still trying to hold individuals accountable for these unfortunate police-involved incidents. They need to remember what their ancestors fought, bled, and died for. I get it. People are disconcerted by the system, but the way that you change the system is by exercising your right to vote. It's not by sitting out.
Hey, according to some of the data, Attorney Griggs, what have you been seeing with some of the data? I know you get deep off into the numbers and some of the exit polling from the early voters.
We're seeing a large amount of early vote from many of the major cities. We're seeing a large amount of early vote in some rural counties. We're seeing most of the electorate is tending towards being female, both white and black females. We need our African-American men to continue to vote. They have voted, but we need them to continue to vote. We're seeing a large Hispanic turnout, large Asian turnout. Every demographic is turning out. We need to continue that. I believe that given the turnout, we will know who won this election. Of course, I'm the president of the NAACP, so I can't tell you who to vote for, but I can tell you this. Go vote and make history.
Man, because I remember that conversation we had in 2016 when it was looking one way. And, bruh, that was I will never forget that conversation we was having 2016. Speaking of that, what's the difference between that Hillary Clinton versus Trump versus Kamala Harris and Trump? What difference have you seen? Because we talked all day that day. Do you remember that?
Yes, I definitely remember that day. It was a very interesting day. I think the difference is the energy on the ground. You know, I think we pretended like there was no energy on the ground in 2016, and there was energy on the ground. It was just in the other way. I think in this particular election, there's a lot of energy, especially in these swing states. You can see it. You can feel it. You can see people excited to vote. I just woke up a few hours ago. People are already posting. Some people are already in line. These are things we haven't seen in a very long time, I think since 2008, the type of energy that's on the ground. So that gives me hope. But, we can never discount what's going to happen. We want to follow the will of the people, and I think the will be heard. But people need to understand how important this election really is.
Right.
I mean, you're going to have at least 2 more Supreme Court justices that will be picked by the next president of the United States. We saw what happened with Roe. We've seen what happened with the affirmative action case. We've seen what's happened with voting rights. If you are concerned about the next 50 years of your life, you need to go vote today.
Hey, and Attorney Griggs, can I piggyback on what Ricky was just saying about the difference between 2016 and this election here? I think another difference is there's a track record that you can look at to see what happened after 2016 to 2020. And if you're looking with your eyes and listening with your ears, you should be able to, I think people are better able to make decisions based on what they've already seen and what they're hearing versus 2016.
I agree. There's definitely track record for both candidates. You have something that you can compare and contrast. You can compare their readiness, their fitness to serve, the security that you have had in the past with them, and the things that were unsecure. So I think there's a clear contrast between the candidates at the top of the ticket, but we also have a lot of important races down ballot. So we need everybody to vote all the way down the ballot in all of the states. And I'm just excited to see what the result of this election will be.
All right, Attorney Griggs, let everybody know how you can be reached and how people can get more information and follow you.
I can be reached on all social platforms at Attorney Gerald Griggs, ATTORNEY, The NAACP is going to be manning the election war room across the country. If there are any issues at the ballot, 1-866-OUR-VOTE. Call us at 1-866-OUR-VOTE to report any issues. We've heard all the noise on social media. If people act up at the polls, we're going to make sure they're held accountable. Y'all go vote.
There it is, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Attorney Griggs. We're going to be doing this all morning. It's election day. Hey, make sure y'all get out and vote. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Watch our Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is election day. Make sure y'all get out and vote. We're checking in from Atlanta and Jacksonville, Florida. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, RSMS family. It's Maria Moore live from the streets for election day. Now, I've made my way over to Fulton County. Here in Atlanta, polls opened in Georgia at 7 a.m. Now, keep in mind, in 2020, this state of Georgia was decided by less than 12,000 votes. So if you are a Georgia voter, you really do have the power to impact the trajectory of the free world. Listen, you'll hear more from our affiliates from across the country today. Much love going out to Classics 1029 in Atlanta and also all of the black radio stations in Atlanta. They got together for a campaign, Ricky, called Black Radio United for the Vote. I'm talking competing radio stations making a collective effort to mobilize the people of Atlanta and surrounding areas to get out and vote. Today is the day, y'all. Of course, you can get more information on polling locations and what you need to bring at vote.gov, and we will continue to provide you updates throughout the morning right here on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Happy Election Day, Ricky, and everybody. I'm Wanda P. with Hot 106.5, Duval's only R&B. The polls are open for you to cast your vote in Jacksonville, Florida, Duval County, 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. And if you vote by mail but didn't get that ballot in, you have until 7 p.m. to drop it off only at the Supervisor of Elections office. And don't forget, if you didn't early vote, you can only do so at your designated precinct. If you want information, go to DuvalElections.com. I'm Wanda P. for the Rickey Smiley Morning Show on Hot 106.5, Duval's only R&B.
That is, y'all. Hey, y'all, here we go, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all get out and vote. Fight the powers that be. Let's go, y'all. It's election day. Come on.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I want to hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful voting day. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. Just a sad moment. Yes.
Okay,
And I've been voting.
You go to Raphael Warnock Church.
Oh, yes, and church was real good, too, Sunday, and there was a lot of people there, a lot of DAs in the house, and people that definitely saying to vote. And, you know, our church, honey, Ebenezer is the church, honey, for freedom rights. So there you have it. I was there, and I did vote. Now, here's what's happening in celebrity news. Y'all, Rickey said that y'all people are still sad, and I'm, you know, I didn't really, it's touching y'all, but Miami Beach, y'all, has officially revoked Sean Diddy Combs' key to the city, y'all. They officially revoked it. Now, they're saying Miami Beach Mayor, y'all, Stephen Minor, announced the news during last week's in-person hearing. Now, they're saying the decision was sponsored by Commissioners Joe Magazine, David Suarez, Tanya Katzoff, Bat, and Alex Fernandez. Now, they're saying that the former mayor, Philip Levine, gave Diddy the key back in 2015 during the Revolt Music conference y'all at Fountain Beach. Now, they're saying Fernandez reportedly spoke with CBS Miami, where he called the allegations against the disgraced mogul disgusting, dirty, and humane. And they're saying justice must be served, y'all. And, you know, people are talking about it, but the real sad thing about it is, you know, a lot of people are protesting because nobody acknowledged y'all yesterday was Diddy's birthday. They're saying, y'all, he celebrated his birthday in jail. They're saying he's turned 55 years old, and they're saying he's currently awaiting his trial in May of 2025 for racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution charges. Now, Diddy is currently being housed, honey, at the Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center. And, you know, according to the Federal Bureau of Prisons, y'all, the national menu, they're saying, y'all, which is said, they said the disgraced mogul, y'all, he was allowed to eat some fruit for his birthday, some oatmeal, some whole wheat bread, biscuits, oven brown potatoes, and spreads like jelly and margarine for breakfast. Now, they also said, honey...
Damn, what a prison at? Denny's?
Yeah, okay. But, Ricky, they say, but for lunch, though, they say the star, he could choose from Southwest chicken wraps, chicken tacos, cheese pizza, 3-bean chili, and several sides, including green beans, rice, salsa, or coleslaw, and fruit. Now, they're saying for dinner, Diddy was able to eat turkey, roast turkey, rice, green bean, gravy, whole bread, and a beverage of chicken, and some tofu, fried rice, black beans, carrots, and whole wheat. But Ricky, this is the sad part. It was Diddy's birthday, and he was not able. You can't eat desserts in prison. They don't give y'all desserts.
Yeah, when you locked up, don't nobody care about your birthday but your family.
You could get like a honey bun.
But that little roast turkey be hidden though. If you get in the front of the line,
when you get
roast turkey with the gravy on it, you got to be in the front of the line though.
Yep.
That child line, you can't be at the back.
Really, but you can get a honey bun bread. They can't give you no cake.
No, you can get a honey bun. You can get some sweet stuff, and you could make like cakes and stuff. You could put M&Ms on it. Like you could make. We used to have to create a cake. You put M&Ms on it. You crunch up some candy bars. And you make little stacks of stuff, and you pile up the stuff. You could pile up like 3 or 4 honey buns. No, I'm serious.
Or you get your cinnamon rolls.
Or you get
cinnamon roll
some
from the
cinnamon
commissary.
rolls. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Nice. Let's just that was, well, they said happy birthday. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite color. My color today, y'all, is blush. On the high end, you say blush, and on the low, you say beautiful light pink. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all, give it up for Gary with the T. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, make sure we get out the vote, y'all. It is election day. Oh, my God. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together.
Get it together.
You up this long, this lead you in your house. So would be better.
So go vote.
Wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive.
Come on.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know you calling from, so come on. And just wake
it up.
Hi, this is Letitia Harris calling from Orlando, Florida, and I would like to wake up my husband, Eric Harris, and wish him a happy birthday. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Go vote.
This big Chris on from Shelby, North Carolina. Hey, listen, y'all need to wake up and go vote today. Ain't no time to play. We need to get up out that bed and go vote. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Tony Hooper calling from Wilmington, North Carolina, trying to encourage all the black men to get out and vote. Wake up, wake up, wake up, get out and vote, 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 vote.
Gang of cities tuned in, lock in. What's yours? Because we gon' let them know.
Let them know
then. Richmond, wake up.
Go vote.
And Little Rock, wake up.
Let's vote.
Tulsa, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Flint,
wake up.
In Toledo,
wake up.
Des Moines,
wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, appreciate it, Brat.
You're welcome, Rickey.
All right, coming up, y'all, attorney and political correspondent Glennon Threatt is going to be joining us up next. You don't want to miss it, y'all. It's Election Day. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 22 minutes after the hour. Today is a big day. It's Election Day. On this morning, we got the pleasure of talking to the one and only attorney, Glennon Threatt, and political commentator, Jeff Johnson. So we got a Kappa and a Alpha on here this morning, but the Divine Nine is showing up this morning. What's up, y'all? Good morning, man.
Good morning, brother.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Ricky, and to your radio audience.
We got the wrong 1911 and 1906. Happy to have y'all. I have to throw a little shade. Y'all know how it is. I'm happy to have y'all. The polls are just starting to open, in some states, Glenn, and based on the math, what are your predictions or even just your gut feeling for what we may see tonight?
My gut feeling, Ricky, is that I believe that Harris is going to prevail, but I think it may take a year or so for the legal challenges to end.
A what?
A year for the legal?
To end, yeah. They haven't stopped the legal challenges in 2020.
Yeah, but they keep losing.
I know they keep losing, but they haven't stopped it. And what has resulted, Kay, is that we still have a third of the people in this country who don't accept the results of the 2020 election.
Yeah, but I think those are mostly cult members. There's nothing you're going to do to convince them that,
So would she be sworn in, January 20th? I mean,
I believe she'll be sworn in. I believe she'll be sworn in absent some sort of violent uprising like last time.
Wow.
Even with that, Biden was still sworn in when he was supposed to be.
He was, but I believe there'll be a delay this time, unlike last time.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that even some Republican lawmakers don't want violence on their watch. There may be people that attempt to create uprising, but I mean, I think even what we heard from the district attorney in Philly last night, as well as what we've heard from some of the secretaries of state, even Republican elected secretaries of state, is that the shenanigans in certain ways are not going to be tolerated on their watch. I agree with you that I think there's going to be those that try to create an upheaval, and some of that may even be violent in nature. But I do think that we're not going to see another January 6th.
Oh, no. No.
Because no elected official of either side of the aisle wants that happening on their watch or wants to be included in collusion in that taking place, because they understand that's political death for them. They know that's potentially jail time for them. And if the courts were somewhat lenient with some of the January 6th folks, I don't think that's going to be the case again.
Right.
Go ahead, Kay.
I don't think a lot of people even want to put themselves into that situation either. I think a lot of people are thinking twice about putting themselves in jeopardy or ruining their life, standing up for Trump. And he ain't going to stand for them. He ain't rescued none of them.
Yeah, but let's do this, because I think it's important, right? There is, I think, some expectation we need to set for the next 72 hours. It's unlikely that there's going to be an announcement tonight. Somewhere in between 7 o'clock and 10 o'clock, most of the results from Georgia and North Carolina are going to be in, but they're going to be too close to call, likely. Partial results from Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan, and then near complete results from Virginia, Florida, Ohio, and Colorado. By 10 o'clock, in between 10 and midnight, it's likely that most of the results from Georgia, North Carolina, potentially Michigan, will be in, but again, they may be too close to call. And then partial results from Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Arizona, with the initial results coming in from Nevada. And so it's likely that between midnight and 6 a.m., most of the results from Wisconsin and Michigan will be in, and partial results from Pennsylvania, Arizona, and Nevada. So we are talking about going into Wednesday with the additional results from all states, PA, Arizona, Nevada, Michigan, and Wisconsin. And if they're very close in any of the states, the race is still not going to be called. So we may be into Thursday and beyond, because you have to deal with the results are going to trickle in from states. You're going to have to count some of the not just the mail-in ballots, but the absentee ballots. And in Nevada, ballots can continue to arrive through 11/9 on the 9th, and voters can cure ballots, which means correct ballots if there's mistakes or inconsistencies, by the 12th of November. And late counting in Pennsylvania because we expect tens of thousands of provisional ballots that will be counted starting on the 8th of November. In North Carolina, there may be challenge ballots that are not counted until the 15th. So these are the rules within those states that potentially lay out what our expectations should be. And if these things are happening, it doesn't mean something is wrong. It means these are the things that are laid out.
Just like last time.
Yeah. Right. If she blows him out or he blows her out, then many of these things will not happen. But this is the likely schedule based on, I think, what's being predicted by way of the closeness of the race.
But tonight, Glennon and Jeff would give y'all an idea of which way is leaning, at least.
I believe that Harris will win the election, but I'm concerned that Trump is going to declare victory probably sometime tonight, and that the controversy surrounding it and the legal challenges will begin, and it'll obfuscate what's going on with respect to the actual vote count. I don't think he can impede the logistical process, but I think he will do his best to obstruct it.
All right, y'all. Hey, Glennon and Jeff, thank y'all so much. Let everybody know how they can follow y'all. Jeff?
You can hit me at Jeff Nation on IG.
Glennon, how can they follow you at Glennon3?
You can find me at G-Money on Facebook.
All right, y'all, the thoughts of all commentators on the show are not the thoughts and the feelings of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show or Urban One Company. Hey, coming up, John Lion South. Thank y'all so much, man. Appreciate y'all jumping on with us this morning. Make sure y'all get out and vote. Black Tony, what's up?
Hey, son.
Yeah, you not coming to work?
Hey, no, son. It's a vote day. I'm down here voting for the first time ever in my whole life, son.
But did you tell us you early voted or something? Did you tell us you early voted?
No, son, I ain't early vote. I said I'm voting early in the morning. I said I'm coming down here early to vote, son. I ain't saying early vote. I'm coming down here to, hey, the lady helping me get situated.
You're going to go to booth number 2 here.
Yeah.
Take your card over there for you, okay?
Hey, you heard
got
me?
it?
Yeah.
This your first time?
To the booth number 2 and do my vote.
This your first time voting?
Hey, man, how much I got to pay to do this?
No, it's free.
Huh?
It's free.
Yeah, she just told me I ain't got to pay no money. She said I just got to go over there. I did and looked at my driving license, and they said that I'm registered, and I can go to booth number 2 and go ahead and vote.
All right.
Hey, who I'm supposed to vote for? Who you voted for, son?
I voted for me personally. I voted for Kamala Harris, the chick that looked like Mary. Look at the pictures. Look at the chick look like Mary J. Blige on that.
With the long hair who used to be in Destiny's Child. Yo, I'm voting for her.
Yeah, Beyonce. Now one of them gonna look like your parole officer.
Okay. They ain't got no picture. They ain't got no. Hey, they said I can't take my phone in the little vote booth thing. So look, I'm finna go over there. I'm finna punch. She told me to scroll down and point at the person what I want to vote for.
Go
and
ahead and
just
vote.
Match on it.
This history, man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in there. She said just go in there and just pull up the person you want to vote for and just match on it.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, give me 1 second, son.
All right. Lord, I hope you don't go in there and vote for the wrong person. John, this is crazy.
I really don't have no faith in Tony, though.
I thought I did. Hey.
Yeah.
I thought I did it, boy. Cause man, I feel so good right now.
Man, that's good. Congratulations, Black Tony. You voted, man. You voted.
I done voted for the first time in my history of life, and I did this for everything. Hey, I want all the black men out there to understand from Atlanta, boy. You got to do this for everything Tilt did in the 60s to make us, to give us our right and our freedom to do this, Shawty.
Tilt? What
Tilt? Yeah, because, he did a big speech, Shawty. We said, I had a dream in Mississippi that my children going to have the content of their character and live in a country where they going to not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content. Tilt said that back in the 60s, Shawty.
And what you said that was Tilt?
That.
What else he said?
He said that one day down in Alabama, with all the racists shouted that the governor,
George Wallace.
Yeah, that one day that little black boys and little black girls is gonna be able to join hands, shouted with little white boys and white girls, and they're gonna be sisters and brothers.
And T.I. said this.
Yeah, T.I. said that, shouted. I'm talking about real talk. Tip said that.
Yeah.
And then
I think that was Martin Luther King, though.
Yeah, well, he might have said it then, but Tip said it first, so because Tip put it down like that, so.
I think that was Dr. King. I don't think Tip was born when Dr. King did that speech.
And then,
I don't think Tip was born when Dr. King did that speech.
Hey, and then Dr. King, and now we got Dr. King's song. Where you can have whatever you like, so because you voted.
No, that was Tip, bro. I think you got Dr.King and Tip mixed up, man. I don't know how you did that, but at least you voted, Black
Dr.
Tony,
King
man.
said you can have whatever you like.
No, bro, that was no. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is election day, man. Let's go and check in Houston, Texas, man. A big Senate election is on the night. We got my man, Mad Hatta, joining us this morning. Man, what up, Mad Hatta?
Good morning, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing well this morning, man. Hope y'all got out and voted already, too, by the way.
Yes, sir, man. We happy, man. We so happy to have you, man. Tell us what it's looking like on the ground in H-Town.
Well, let me tell you, first of all, it's a little wet out here, but don't let that discourage you, folks. A little wet on the ground. One of the locations where I'm at off of Highway 6 and Glen Lakes right here, I'm in the Mo City area. Not a long line, which I'm very surprised because early voting lines were long everywhere. I don't know if you know that or not, Ricky. 1.2 million people got their early vote on, so I was very excited about that. But people are at the lines. They're ready to get their vote on. Do or die. Please get out here. An important election. We definitely want to see you. Keep in mind, a lot of propositions on there. Property tax increases for some folks out here. So we need you to get out here. We need your voice to be counted. Don't let anyone deter you from stopping to get your vote on Rickey. Keep letting these folks know it's important. It's important. It's important. Please vote. Please vote. Please vote. Please get out. We want to see you today, man. Make your voice heard.
Hey, man, absolutely, man. Man, thank you so much for taking the time to do this, man. Love you, man. Miss you, big dog.
Hey, love you back, man. Y'all take care. Peace.
Yeah. Yes, sir, y'all. Man, how do y'all? Hey, we're going to be checking in with more of our affiliates on Election Day, live from the polls. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Big shout out to Magic 102.1. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 23 minutes after the hour, y'all. It is election day. People are out here in the streets. The lines are long. People are voting. Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. This is Taisha. I am calling from Cleveland, Ohio. I am in the voting poll line. It's long, but it is well worth it. Everybody get out and vote. Get out and vote.
Hey, everybody. My name is Yamoka. I am checking in from Natchitoches, Louisiana. Just telling you, go out and vote. It is important. Your vote will count.
Hey, this is Vet. I'm calling in. I'm headed to the polls in Stonecrest, Georgia. Get out and vote, vote, vote.
Hi, this is Laura Chun from Reynoldsburg, Ohio, and I just left the polls. It was an easy breezy. Got there at 6:30. I was done at 7:05. Conversations in line were great.
Hey, this is Alicia calling from Charlotte, North Carolina. Out here at the polls. The vibe is great. DJ's playing. I'm going here to go and vote. So go out here and go vote for your city. Representing again from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hey, my name is Netta. I'm checking in from Cheviot, Ohio. I'm at the polls. The lines is long. Please get out and vote.
Hey, America, this is Simeon Henderson from Chicago, Illinois. I just left the polls, and I voted. Make sure you go out and do your part so we can change the narrative.
Yes, I am voting from Greer, South Carolina, and the lines are very short. Went in 5 minutes and out.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news. It's what's trending now.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 25 minutes after the hour, y'all. It is Super Tuesday, and this morning we got a friend of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, former South Carolina State Congressman, author, and now CNN political commentator. Y'all, please welcome back Bakari Sellers.
What's up? Good morning.
Man, good morning. Happy to have you this morning. And looking at all the data, and based on your political instinct, could you throw out a prediction on where we may be, by this time tomorrow?
Well, we won't know by this time tomorrow. We'll have some states that have come in and get close. Georgia's going to be close to full with their results. North Carolina the same. We'll get a lot of results probably by this time tomorrow. I'll have Wisconsin, be waiting on Michigan, but I don't anticipate it lagging throughout the week. We'll probably know who won this thing by Thursday evening.
Awesome. So, hey, Bakari, so what swing states in particular do you see as having the biggest influence on this election and why?
Well, Georgia early, because if black folk come out in Chatham County, if they come out in Richmond County, which are Savannah and Augusta respectively, and then they continue to do what they do in Atlanta, then Kamala Harris can win Georgia. We need about 300,000 black voters to come out in North Carolina, which isn't a lot. I need all them people over in Pasquotank County, Elizabeth City, and everybody from Charlotte up to Winston-Salem, Greensboro, Raleigh, Durham to come out, and she can pull that off. And then you go to the major cities, man. You got to look and see what's happening in Detroit, Philadelphia, and Milwaukee. And if those bump the way they should, then you'll be calling her Madam President by Friday morning.
Wow. I'm sorry. In the event of a convincing win by VP Harris, it's widely acknowledged that we should expect Donald Trump to aggressively dispute the election results, of course. What would that look like?
Well, I expect him to come out either later tonight or tomorrow, even before the ballots are cast, and say that he won. So there's something that's called a red mirage that you're going to see. In a lot of these states, you're going to have what looks like Donald Trump jumping out to a big lead because all the ballots haven't been counted, all the early votes haven't been counted, and he's going to do stuff like say stop the count, those type things. But all I want is all the ballots to be counted. Just let everybody who participated in the process, free and fairly, legally, count the ballots, and let's see who wins when those ballots are counted.
Are there any states that could unexpectedly flip from red to blue or from blue to red? What state is on your radar as far as that?
Yeah, no, I think North Carolina is probably, and that's considered a swing state. You're not going to have any surprises like Kamala Harris ain't winning Iowa, regardless of what the polls say. Those things aren't going to happen. But maybe in the near future we can add more swing states and make more races competitive than what we see right now.
So, Bakari, do you believe the voter suppression tactic, that's been engaged in various states, do you think that's going to be effective in this election?
I don't think so. I mean, listen, voter suppression is a real thing, but, no matter how high the barriers are, black folk always jump over those barriers. So, they don't try to keep us away from it. I always tell people that if your vote wasn't so important, they wouldn't work so hard to try to take it from you. So voter suppression is a real thing. But listen, since we got the right to vote, we haven't let anybody stop us from exercising that right.
What would be your last message to an undecided voter that's still out there?
Listen, if you're undecided right now, you can go and vote for chaos that is Donald Trump, or you can vote for a new future, which is Kamala Harris. Everything's not going to happen tomorrow, and everything you want in this country to change is not going to change tomorrow. But, especially to my fellas, there are a lot of people who say, I'm not voting because nothing's going to happen, and there's no change that's going to ever occur, even if I do vote. And my response is, you still be DMing that girl who ain't responded to you yet. I'm hoping for a different result. So let's go out there and exercise that right to vote.
Right. Hey, man, we are so happy to have you, man. I know that you're going to be posting all night. Let everybody know how they can follow you.
Well, I'm on TV today from 12 to 4 p.m., and then I got the late shift tonight, Ricky. I'm on from 2 a.m. to 9 a.m. So tune in. When y'all get up to go pee or whatever, turn on TV. I'll be right there.
All right. Hey, man, thank you so much for joining us, man. Happy to have you. Coming up, y'all. Hey, Reverend Al.
Yes, sir.
I got it a little bit. I got it a little bit, Reverend Al, just a little bit.
Oh, yeah, you got a little hoop. You got to work on it, though. You got to work on it.
Oh, yeah. Please, God, let him work on it.
Man, I love you so much, man. I cannot wait to see you tonight, watch you on TV every day. I've been one of your friends and biggest fans for years, and just thank you for just allowing me to be in your space. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us today is a pivotal voice in the ongoing fight for civil rights and social justice. He is the founder and president of the National Action Network. Y'all, please welcome the one and only Reverend Al Sharpton. I had to go and get that intro right, Reverend Al, and I know. I know you've seen voter engagement. You are out there. You're everywhere. But I know you've seen voter engagement evolve over the past few elections. And, and are you encouraged by the wave of enthusiasm that for the acceleration of the people, coming out in the excitement of the Harris campaign, Reverend Al?
No, I'm very excited. In fact, in the last 2 weeks, I've toured with the Central Park 5 and our National Action Network Get Out the Vote tour. We've gone from Nevada to Ohio to Michigan, and yesterday we were in North Carolina, and everywhere people are geared up. And I've not seen this enthusiasm among people, young and old, since maybe 2008 with Barack Obama. But I think people still have to come because they're coming on the other side. And I think that I've never seen a more serious threat to civil rights than Donald Trump. Donald Trump put 3 judges on the Supreme Court that overturned affirmative action, took the gut out of voting rights, took away women's right to choose. So what really is confusing to me, Ricky, is how some people are saying, well, I think he'll do this, that, or the other. Well, he was president 4 years. He didn't do it then. He was the president when George Floyd got killed. He did nothing.
Right.
Went in front of a church, held the Bible upside down, and lectured the protesters. He was president when Breonna Taylor got killed. He said or did nothing. He was president when Ahmaud Arbery got killed. So why are we hallucinating what he would do when he was there 4 years and didn't do it? Kamala Harris co-authored the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act that his Republicans blocked from becoming law. I can't think of a struggle she wasn't there. When we did the funeral in Memphis, Tyree Nichols, she was vice president. She flew down and sat with the family. I got her to speak at the funeral before I did the eulogy. She did the same thing when we had the massacre of 10 blacks by white supremacists in Buffalo. As vice president, she came. So the question is not, are you on Kamala Harris's side or Trump's side? Question is, are you on your own side?
Come on, Reverend Al.
Come on, Reverend Al.
Said that.
Reverend Al, we facing so many divisions along political and social lines, even within our communities. How can community leaders help foster unity and healing in the wake of such a polarizing election?
I think that we've got to have a united list of priorities and say, look, these are the things that we must have. We must have health care for everybody. We must have criminal justice that's fair for everybody. We must have affirmative action to close the gap in race. If there's 3 to 4 things we agree on, and then let's match who would best do that, and then we come forward. Everybody doesn't do the same thing. One of the things that I'm glad is that we in the National Action Network work along with the Urban League and along with the NAACP and along with young activists, many in the National Action Network. It's like a choir. Everybody doesn't sing the same tune. You got altos, you have sopranos, you have bass, you have tenors. You got some can't sing at all. They just move their lips. But everybody makes a choir. And we need to all play our role. I don't do what somebody else does, but they don't do what I do. If we could all mend in, then it advances our community.
Man, if I could have you on the show every day, well, Morning Joe don't even know what he got when he got you sitting up there with him every morning. And I promise you, we sit in here and do the morning show, and I'll be watching you. And sometimes I have to turn the radio down just to hear what you have to say, because I get a lot of information from you, Reverend Al, and I love and respect you. Now, what role do you believe that faith leaders in our community organizations have in encouraging civic engagement and informing voters, especially among young people? And the second part question, Reverend Al, are there rides and free rides that you know about, so people, if anybody having problems getting to the polls to vote?
Yeah, first of all, I think that faith leaders have a responsibility to just follow the Bible. The Bible says, if you love me, feed my sheep. Well, feeding your sheep doesn't mean that you do not take care of the concerns and needs of your parishioners, health care, their rights in the criminal justice system. We don't need entertainers in the pulpit. We need shepherds that will feed the sheep and go out and do the work. I tell preachers all the time, they say to me, Reverend Al, I want you to come to my church, but be light on that civil rights and politics, just preach the word. I said, well, what Bible you want me to preach at? The second book in the Bible is Exodus, a liberation struggle of slaves from Egypt. So I can't preach that. I can't preach politics. Well, David was king. That's a political position. Solomon was king. And, you talking about a woman in charge? I guess we can't talk about the book of Esther or the book of Ruth. I mean, when you get through taking all the stuff you don't want to do, you won't have a Bible. Just preach the word. The word is there. And I think that we have got to stop playing games in the pulpit and start taking care of the people. If we tell the truth, the people will respond.
Oh, man. Reverend Al, we love you. Let everybody know how they can follow you and be a part of your movement.
www.nationalactionnetwork.net, www.nationalactionnetwork.net, and just follow on there. We post every day what we're doing, where we'll be, and don't you doubt. I'm a huge fan and big brother to Rickey Smiley. That's my man.
You better believe it. You better believe it, Reverend Al. You know I love you, and I'll never forget what you did for me. And I want to have you on once a month, even if we have to pre-record it, because I know we are working at the same time. But I got to have your presence on this morning show, because you are one of the greatest to me, man. So much stuff. People just don't know about you, Reverend Al. Me and you go back to Doug Banks' morning show days. Come on now.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Let's work it out. I'd love to do it. Let's work it out.
Absolutely. Love you, Reverend Al. Y'all, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. We are joined by nationally renowned attorney, author, and radio host, member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, my good friend, my brother, Warren Ballentine. What up, man?
Always good to hear your voice, brother. My favorite brother of Omega Phi Incorporated 1911, brother.
Man, we are so happy to have you, and I know you often speak about the importance of voters being well informed. So, Warren, what are the key issues you think every voter should understand before headed to the polls?
Well, I think the key issue is not just the presidency, but actually your down ballot ticket, your members of Congress, your members of the Senate, the members of your own state house representatives, your mayoral races. I mean, even the dog catcher race is important in this election, Ricky, because so much of what we do is predicated on our local laws, our local authorities, and the money that's used in our communities, that it's not just about abortion. It's not just about immigration. It's not just about economics. It's about what's going to actually change once this election is over with. And so whoever you vote for, Republican or Democrat, if they don't have people who are in place who are going to pass the legislation that they want in place to help people, nothing is going to change. We're going to be right back here in 4 years saying neither one of them helped us.
Now, Warren, many younger voters feel disengaged or delusioned with politics. I mean, what message do you have for them about why they vote matter?
Well, I will say this. It's so many people who are mentally just checked out on this election stuff, and I understand it. And I understand it because you participated, and it seems like nothing's changed in your community. But I promise you this. You got to think about it in this way. If you put some water and just drop it consistently on a rock, after a few 10, 20, 30 years, that water, that one drop will crack that rock. That's what we're doing right now. It may not be something that splits the rock open today, but for your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews, and for those who come after us, it's important that we participate today because, look, even the laws that they create today, those laws really don't come into effect 4 years from now. So all this stuff, when they're arguing about the economy and all this other stuff, is really what the previous administration did to put this stuff into place. So when you talk about the economy today, a lot of this is because of what the Republicans and Trump did. When Trump was in office, it was because of what Barack and the Democrats did. So we have to understand that. It's a buildup.
Right. And Warren, I think what you said a minute ago is so important about people understanding that change doesn't happen right away, because when I see a lot of the younger black people, the black men especially, that are saying that they want tangibles, they want to see results, they want to see something for their vote right now, I think they don't understand how the process of politics works. And can you just expand on that just a little bit more about how we can have change, but it's incremental, it's not overnight?
Well, I'll just tell you this. Let's think about this in this way. This election really is about the DNA of America. The DNA of America is made of three strands of DNA. It is sexism, it is classism, it is racism. That's what this country was founded on, no matter what nobody thinks. And they tell the story about the founders and all that. It's all lies. They wanted to keep slavery in place. This is why we broke away from the crown and everything else. But when you think about it in that sense, right, of sexism, classism, and racism, what you have to understand is that even up until 1974, women in this country couldn't own a credit card in their own name. They couldn't get a mortgage. I mean, think about this. 1974. I mean, hell, I was just born. I mean, so it's like you literally couldn't even own a credit card. And then when you think about the classism in this country from the inception, you've always had rich people getting people to fight that were poor. Even if you look at our volunteer army right now, the people who are privates and sergeants, they didn't go to college. They didn't come from a background where their parents had money. But the ones who are lieutenants and colonels and generals, they did. And they enlist knowing that they're not going to be on the front line like the other people are. And then when you talk about racism in this country, racism has gotten better in this sense. We know it's real for real. I always tell people this. They laughed at me when I told people I love George W. Bush. I went on CNN and I said this, and people were like, what are you talking about? I said, because he made the nation so sick that he's going to get somebody to vote for this black man. He's going to win the presidency. I love Trump right now. And the reason I love Trump is because he's divided this country so much to make people show their true colors that all the people who were hiding behind closed doors, who was stabbing you in the back but smiling at you in the face, you now know who you work with, who your neighbor is, and who they believe in, what they thinking in. So I love the fact that Trump is out here doing this because it's revealing what people really feel in their heart, and it's more important to know that than to have no smiling in your face.
And Warren, is making people rally together also. It's making people get up off they do nothing and rally together or whatever, because, man, to see that ain't it interesting that you sit up here and you watch the news that she got to be perfect. She can't do anything, and just the misogyny and the disrespect for Kamala Harris. Now he gets to be a criminal and a gangster and all of this stuff. Nobody's even talking about all of the time. He had to pay that lady $500 million for and all the women that's out here been sexually assaulted. Just imagine if she had a damn parking ticket on her on her record. If she had a parking ticket or one arrest for stealing a Reese's cup out of a gas station 40 years ago, that would be all over the place. And he got all of this stuff, and we are in a tight race. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. She got to be flawless, and he gets to be lawless.
Rick, that is the society that we live in. We've always lived in that society, unfortunately. I mean, just think about this. This man got kids with three different baby mamas. He got literally caught sleeping with a whore. Yet they worried about how many men she slept with, and did she sleep her way to the top. And what I've been telling people, if she slept her way to the top, even if she was elected DA, she was elected Attorney General, she was elected United States Senator, elected Vice President, that must have been a hell of a sleepover, because I don't know how she slept with all them people to get the votes. I just don't know.
And then why he slept with somebody who ass as flat as my driver's license. Man, we got to go. All right, Warren. Hey.
Stormy caught a stray.
Let everybody know how you can be reached.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram under Truth Fighter 1. Follow me under X under Laverdad. North Carolina, go vote North Carolina, because this is the fun fact about this election. If Harris wins North Carolina, she has a 91% chance of winning the White House. If she wins North Carolina and Georgia, the race is over with at 11 o'clock. If she doesn't win those two, then Pennsylvania has to win. Pennsylvania has to win, because if she wins Pennsylvania, 85% chance she wins the White House.
Gastonia.
That's the data right there.
Hey, Charlotte, Raleigh, Durham, let's go. All right, Warren, we love you, man. Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, people are out there at the polls voting now. Today is election day. Make sure you get out and vote. Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
Hey, what's going on? The Silky One, Sam Silk here in Ohio, man. Cleveland representing. And when I tell you the polls are jumping, they are jumping. I was here since 6 to line up. And when I tell you folks are really charged up and excited about voting, I am encouraging you to get out and vote. Make sure you get out and vote today. All right? Get out and vote today. We are charged up right here. 93.1 WZAK, the Silky One, Sam Silk. Cleveland, let's go.
It's your girl JoJo checking in with Orlando for Star 94.5, and the polls are open. The line is moving, and I would like to make sure that you are in line to make sure that you take advantage of your right to vote. Family, you already know that our ancestors sacrificed, in many cases, their very lives for us to be able to do this. We always like to say, look, if it wasn't so important, why would people want to stop us from doing it? So make sure you get your votes in, family. Today is election day. This is it, and we got to get it done. When we all vote, we win, y'all. It's JoJo. Make sure you get it in today, election day, in line before 7 p.m. And I'm representing Orlando. JoJo, follow me on social media at JoJo O'Neal, repping Star 94.5.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Yes, sir. Hey, that's some good reporting from Cleveland and in Orlando. JoJo, always happy to have you. I've got your front page right here. Good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. So, yeah, my connection is a little different because
Maria, where you at?
Out here in the streets. So, I just left East Point in Fulton County, Rickey, and I've been all over DeKalb, Decatur, Stone Mountain, and Cobb, Smyrna, and Marietta, Fulton. Went to downtown Atlanta and East Point. And, you know, the polls are looking good. The precincts, the lines are moving. I see people getting in and out. Of course, schools are closed. You need to make sure that you vote at your designated precinct. But, you know, Rickey, a lot of folks are looking at these battleground states, of course, Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. But what we're seeing also, Rickey, in Iowa, you know, in 2020, Trump won that state 53%. To Biden 44%. But now the Iowa poll is showing that Kamala Harris could win that state. And even Fox News, Ricky, reported that Democrats are in a position to flip 2 House seats in Iowa. So I know that folks are listening and they're hearing a whole lot about these battleground states, but every single state matters. And Ricky, I think that we may see some surprises tonight when we get these election results. So listen, get out and vote. If you're in line when polls are supposed to close, stay in line. You do have a right to vote. And if you make a mistake on your ballot, if you're in one of those states that you have to fill the ballot in, you can ask for a new one. If the machines are down at your polling place, ask for a paper ballot. Now, of course, there is an election protection hotline, Ricky, 866-HOUR-VOTE. 866-HOUR-VOTE if you're having any issues. Ricky, we are fired up. We are excited, and we are taking our power to the polls. So it's been great hearing the show from the road and checking in with people. A lot of folks, Ricky, are saying that their top issues are inflation. You know, these young people, they want to be able to own a home. They want to be able to start businesses, and women's reproductive rights. So we'll see how things turn out this evening. It's been great, of course, out here on the road here in the Atlanta area representing Classics 1029, and we'll continue to provide you with updates on social media at Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Y'all get out and vote today.
That's right. That's some good stuff. And hey, y'all, do not let the rain and the weather deter you from doing what you got to do, because don't you ever forget the teenagers that were shot with hose pipes, shot with fire hoses as they protested downtown Birmingham. So don't let a couple of raindrops, some weather, and some cool air deter you from getting to the voting polls. People have made those ultimate sacrifices just so we can have this opportunity. All right, y'all. I appreciate that, Maria. Let's go. Got the hot spot coming up.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all. Listen, it's the bottom of the hour. Brat, have you voted yet?
Absolutely.
All right,
absolutely. It's all on my Instagram. Go to So Brat. See me holding my sticker.
Don't make me jump across this table, because I was about to jump across this table.
Me and my wife got that sticker, baby. Yes, indeedy. Absolutely. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Get off in them lines. Get off of wherever you at and go vote. Yes. All right, y'all. Cardi B is firing back at Elon Musk after he called her a puppet following her speech at recent rally for Vice President Kamala Harris. Elon took to Twitter saying, "Another puppet who can't even talk without being fed the words. The Kamala campaign has no authenticity or true empathy." This remark came after a clip showed Cardi B needing her phone handed to her when the teleprompter stopped working during her speech. However, Cardi B did not hold back in her response. She said, "I'm not a puppet, Elon. I'm a daughter of 2 immigrant parents that had to work their butt off to provide for me. I'm a product of welfare. I'm a product of Section 8. I'm a product of poverty, and I'm a product of what happens when the system is set up against you. But you don't know nothing about that. You don't know not one thing about the American struggle." So when Cardi B was reading her speech, I guess the teleprompter went out. Yeah, so she had to resort to her phone. So I don't see anything wrong with that, to make sure you don't mess up or whatever. All right, y'all, moving on. Let's get into this. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy will play the funk legend George Clinton in the upcoming biopic. The movie will be based on Clinton's memoir called Brothers B. Yo Like George. Ain't That Funkin'? Kinda Hard on You, and will be directed by Bill Condon. Murphy will also be producer of the film, which will focus on Clinton's rise in funk and forming the group Parliament Funkadelic. However, y'all, it is unknown when the biopic will be released. And last but not least, as you all know, Young Thug has finally been released from jail and has been making his rounds. Last night, Young Thug linked up with T.I. and they released a video of their meetup. Check out what they had to say.
Hey, man, what you got to tell these people? Back. Back, Jack. You feel me? You did. Hey, man, ain't no cap in it. No cap in my right. You feel what I'm saying? The right way. It's time. The right way, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Right way. Yeah, that way. Yeah. And go tell that.
What?
T.I. had retired, but he back, and they gonna do some music together. So, we love Young Thug's music. Give it again. So what you say?
No, anybody.
What'd you say?
For everybody over 50, they just said, hey, man, I'm glad you out, and we're going to be in this thing, and we're going to do great things together. I know y'all don't know what the hell they just
All right, yo, we gonna wrap up the hot spot on that note, y'all. But coming up next, we got the praise mixed down with the White Stone. Once again, it is election day. Get out there and vote, vote, vote. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
What's up? Get out of bed.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.